Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday afternoon. Very happy to see you back on my channel. Thank you so much. And once again, I appreciate you guys, your everything that you do. And every day I've learned something new from communicating with you. And, your comments and your shares and likes and comments, all of these things are really helping. And of course, for those of you who are in my support groups and people who just have been generous with contributing and just were making my day in ways that I won't be able to explain. So first of all, I want to start with gratitude and thank you so much. And that you're because you guys been so active, that inspires me to take time out of my day and uh, record more videos and bring you more value. And that's what I'm planning on doing um, as long as I can. So today I want to bring up very important message um, about what are these. Hey Lavert, good to see you, man. Hey Stan, great to see you too. So you guys right on time. Let's talk about today. I want to bring one of the most top important qualities that Ukrainian women are looking for and appreciating. And I've not really heard many people who are in this niche talking about it. And for our culture, this is really crucial. So, by the way, before I start, I want to say those of you guys who making it to my live videos and some of my video trainings would be available publicly, but some of them are going to be uh, kind of disabled after the live is over, and they're going to be at the VIP club and on my Patreon page. I just want to reward you guys for supporting and helping me, but I have to figure out maybe some third platform for people that support me in other ways. So I'm working on it, and um, I'm planning to just come up with the most beneficial system for you guys. But let's get started. So, what is a quality that Ukrainian women are looking for, and when they don't find it, it makes them confused and they are scared and they are not sure what's happening. This very, very simple, but yet so hard to find. And that is being true to your words, to do what you say you will do when you said you're gonna do it. Once again, to do what you promised, what you said you're gonna do at that time you promise you're gonna do it. And as basic and simple as it sounds, you would be surprised on how many people just neglecting those things, and they say, you know what, I'll call you tomorrow, and maybe there is some reason, why it should be a particular hour, and then you just forget, and the person is, Ukrainian and Russian Slavic women, we do have appreciation for men's energy and masculinity, and we see you as a protector, as a person that is a leader. So what do we do when you do not follow up on your words? Let's say you were planning something, and then either you canceling in the last minute, or you just not showing up, or you forget, or you just kind of like real sloppy, like, hey, I'll call you back in 15 minutes, and then you don't call back till like 7 p.m. Or you kind of make the person hanging in there waiting for you, not doing what they want to do, but you in your mind you just didn't think it was that important. So whatever is coming out of your mouth has to be done. If you promise something, if you said you're gonna take care of something, you either gotta do it like you said, and that's basically really the best and supposed to be the only option, or you need to tell the person on time that something had happened, something got in your way, some circumstance, and you will do it at this other time. I would even say do not promise something if you do not promise something if you know you're not sure you can do it. Better keep your mouth shut and then make a surprise. Let's say you wanted to take your lady somewhere, or you want to do, whatever that might be. It could be something recreational, fun, some kind of surprise, or it could be something serious, financial, like, whether you in a family or you're dating somebody. I can also tell you, as a woman, it's so disappointing because you are only as powerful and strong as your word is in our mentality. Thank you, Lavert. I'm glad it makes sense. Lavert is saying that he agrees with this concept. Well, yeah, and guys who are right now on in a call, feel free to comment on this. And I'm really saying this to you guys, and I'm bringing to you this message because you can be great at everything else, but if you aren't following up, you actually might get yourself in a situation just playing around. The woman would decide you aren't serious, you aren't a mature man, so she could choose somebody else over you. But that's not actually the point of my video. The point of my video is that we owe this to ourselves. And I've learned also, um, the hard way, in a way, that give very few promises. Basically, very, very few. Those that I really intend on doing, in my life. I used to, and I want to say what triggers all of us to give out the promises that hard to keep up. Sometimes, sorry guys, sometimes we feel we saying yes to everything because we're afraid to hurt people's feelings. So we say yes to everything. Your girlfriend asks you, "Hey, could you come to my mom's birthday?" Or "Could you come to my brother's, graduation? Could you do this? Could you do that?" And you say yes, yes, yes to everything, not to let the people down, or you're not really interested in that person, and you still say yes to things to not let them down, or whatever reason. So you saying, your yes really losing value. Your yes only is powerful as you know. So it's not offensive to tell person, I wish I could be on your birthday with you, but I really have busy time right now with my work, so I won't be with you on this birthday. But in January we are meeting and we're going on a special trip. It's so much better when you tell the truth and the person does not build false expectations when in the last moment, just before the things you had promised or you were talking about of doing something, in the last moment you just fade or disappear, or just say, "Oh, I need to build I need to fix my garage right now." I mean, things you're gonna be laughing, but things like this happens, and it is so disappointing because the person have so much faith in you. And this one thing when you cannot do it, it's another thing also when you say it in the last moment, and or you're not saying anything at all, and then there is a mind game. And there is nothing more beautiful than honesty and clarity when you have communication, because this is how you build trust. And unfortunately, when trust is broken, it is so hard to rebuild it. I wouldn't say it's impossible, because sometimes there are miscommunications and people realize how much they value each other, but it's such a hectic job to redo the trust. And the woman has this, like, scared kitty effect, because if she trusts you to go to come with you to another country, but you can't even return her call, or you forget about her birthdays, or you said you're gonna do something for her and she need to bug you to do it. I mean, if she has pride, she not gonna bug you, but she gonna be disappointed that you promised. Maybe you promised her to help, if it's your lady, maybe you promised to support her at something, or do something for her, whatever that might be, and you just kind of forgot, how can she trust you in the big things? How can she trust you to move out, to live everything she knew, where she's like fish in water uh, in her place, in her environment. And you guys know that social ties and social connections are much stronger in Ukraine. People live very rich social life. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people do. And so she needs to leave all of that and go with a guy who can't remember what he told he is going to do and when he said he gonna do that. uh, Basically, if you don't keep your promises, it's very hard to build that trust. So my best insight on this is promise very little. If you have doubts, you can, I mean, if you have doubts, don't promise absolutely anything. But then, what's the point, honestly? What's the point to be with a man who can't, um, who doesn't have a vision for future and who doesn't have a plan? But if that's you right now, and uh, you cannot do things that your woman expect from you, let her know. We have some women that are so dedicated, and if you build already a relationship and she believes in you, and you tell her, hey, I won't be able to make it this time, but I have this vision, she might be fine with it and understand that. But this also applies to the real um, wholehearted Ukrainian women, which are unfortunately, guys, aren't on the websites. Very, very few, probably 3%. I work with with many people right now, and basically same story all over again. That when you travel, you meet with somebody who you were chatting all day long, and then you basically have nothing to talk about, and it's not really a connection. They only talked with you because they were on the website and they're getting paid. So my advice, guys, does not apply to fake people, because I mean, it just doesn't. You're gonna get yourself in trouble by applying my advice to women that you've never met, you only have illusions and dreams about. So my advice is the women that are real, and that you have built connections with. So please don't miss the two, because if you apply my advice to women that just are fake, it's not going to be very effective, because they are not into it. They are on a job. It's called professional dating. So let's see what the chat is saying. So in other words, guys, don't be indecisive. Yeah, don't be indecisive, and make sure if you have a plan, if you have a plan and it's changing, make sure to tell the person on time, like, so she can manage, she can plan something else, or she can just be aware. I've noticed that one of the common mistakes men do is they already know that they won't be able to do something, or they don't want to do something. There is something that they really find the reason not to do. Maybe they feel that not ready to visit you yet, or something like that, and they would find something else, and blame it on that why they can't come, or they would keep promising, yeah, yeah, I'm trying, my work is really about to get slower, and I will be with you there, and yes, I'm coming, I just need to accomplish this. But inside of you, you're saying this, but inside of you, you know that there is no way you can accomplish this, and you feel overwhelmed, and you're gonna say no, but you're waiting longer to say it. Well, when you do that, you really broken heart of the person you care, because you you take their time away, and they don't have anything to plan instead, or they expecting you to do this. So I understand it's real life, and sometimes things change, just make sure that you let the person know when they change. And if you know for sure, then if you know for sure, just be honest. Just be honest and tell. There is nothing more beautiful than be honest, and the loving woman will understand. She might be disappointed for a minute, but she will find a way to fulfill her time. And it's kind of similar to this concept of a nice guy. It's one of the worst things, guys. What you can do is to be the nice guy. You really put the person through pain when you do that. You can find a way to be honest and just say, you know what, can't be there on this New Year's, but I'm gonna be there in March. These are my dates. Don't make somebody hanging out, because there is something about women in general, that we have huge patience and we're trying to make it through, and we hold our tears or hide our tears. But when you reach that critical mass and you realize that you really screwed up, but it's too late, so you trying to fix it, but the critical mass is just, the process can never be, um, you can never go back. So if the woman is leaving, it's she is not coming back. If that is the woman that respects herself, if you use all your chances, uh, she just going to make your mind about you, and you will not have a chance to show that you actually a really good man, and you will try not to hurt your feelings, but you did the opposite. So that's my wholehearted message, guys, for you. Or thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. Dave is saying, fantastic topic. Thanks for wonderful advice. Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for the super chat. And I want to say that I'm sure that Dave is in a relationship like this, and I I don't think that he would ever think of promising something to his fiance and then uh, backing off without explaining. It's just honestly, when you have to explain, it's already off. And if it's same story happening all over again, the woman would not want to have a child with you, if you can't hold a promise. And you just build yourself. A lot of guys think, well, I'm not handsome, as handsome as, I don't know, George Clooney, Brad Pitt. I'm not as handsome, I'm not as wealthy, I'm not, focus on what you have. If you just have the dignity, if you just have the healthy sense of pride, if you are the man that the woman can rely on, not only when she's all beautiful and charming and you're dating, but when she's vulnerable, when she's in pain, maybe she's 9 months pregnant, when you are that kind of guy that is a rock, that is a reliable, strong guy, and you take pride in things you do, and you follow up with things you say. You know that phrase that Ukrainian women always say, prove it. And many men are confused by this phrase. When you say that you love them, they tell you prove it. Well, prove it means action. If you say she's the best woman you've ever met and you love her, what is the action? The next action is that you commit, that you propose, that you help her with everything, that all the things that need to follow after that. It's not that for 3 years you tell her about some all kinds of love and she's in the air. When the Ukrainian woman tell you to prove it, it means that she wants an action that's following up on um, the words and feelings you had expressed. And this is what builds a strong trust. So she knows that you're her best friend, and you will always follow up on what you promised. And as simple and basic that is, it's amazing how sloppy and casual things got. People say things that they don't mean. uh, and just not being really responsible for the promises they made. It's kind of, guys, for you to understand it real well, what I mean is this: imagine that you are a military guy, like this is just you, you're a colonel. Would you just be saying stuff, blah 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 blah, blah? No. When you say something, it has value, it has impact. You say it with dignity, you mean it, and you are doing it when you say you're gonna do it. So basically, in some ways, in our culture, we almost grew up to see, and a big part of our culture formed in World War II. Like my both grandpas were in World War II. And so my respect for men, I realize in some ways I hold through my memory of my grandfathers and what they saw as principles, and that kind of dignity that they have. You don't have to be a military guy or martial arts guy, but that's basically the principle. Yes, we like to have fun, we like to do stuff, but if you're planning to build a life with somebody, um then the main thing Ukrainian, Russian, Slavic woman wants to know is that she can rely on you. You're not gonna let her down, especially when she's vulnerable. She changed into her whole world to come here. She wants a family with you. She just need to know you're not gonna drop the ball. You're gonna be she respects you. Somebody Todd is saying about respect. Yeah, she respects you, and there is something powerful when women respect you. It's really easy to love her. When you respect her, it's also easy to be kind to you, because unfortunately very close people sometimes don't respect each other, unfortunately. Not sometimes appreciation all the time. I truly believe, for me, I think appreciation is like a new religion. People that are unhappy with their life and they uh, kind of go on a rant about all the things, and they don't understand that you have to go on a rant of what's right. You have to appreciate, because if you don't appreciate, whatever you still have gonna be taken away from you. That's, guys, a different topic, but I just want to say, one of those things. If you um if you don't live in a state of gratitude and appreciation, and you bitch all the time, I don't know how else to say it. You rant all the time. Even those things you have, you ignore, they're gonna be gone soon. That's a topic for another video. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate you. Feel free to post some topic ideas that you would like me to cover and talk about. Also, if you have short questions, you can put them in the comment and I can address them in my next Q&A video. I respond emails, but sometimes emails have this quick questions, and it's so much easier for me to make a video about it. I get tired, guys, because I receive a lot of emails, and I don't want to hurt somebody's feeling and things that I purposely ignore them. But I'm only one person, so please understand that. And if you have some short questions and you have some um, comments or ideas that you would really like me to address, or you have some confusion, I can see if I could do it. Of course, if you have your own story which is deep, insightful, and I need to have a private talk with you, that's different. You can also join the Patreon platform, where soon going to be most of my live videos. So what I've decided is some of my coaching videos will stay here on YouTube, but some of them gonna be only available at the time of a live. So um, you can make an effort to listen for them here in open. or if you want to re-listen, like listen to some things over again, you can go to Patreon and listen to this, and it's a very like a low cost thing. And I mean, it starts from $10 a month and goes up for different levels. There are different rewards. I'm still working on the rewards, but one of my rewards would be that you can find the videos that can really teach you and help you. Maybe you won't even need to have a session with me or anybody else, because you can find so many answers in those videos. You can self coach yourself sometimes. So, but I just want to reward those people that have been helping, and so as my VIP club, I want these guys to have access to these things. Um, yeah, but I want to know what you want to hear more about, and I will come up with ideas on that. So thank you guys so very much for being here. I appreciate your you very soon. Thank you.